the car time, I'm like, hey, I pull up in the garage and it's time to hang up.
Yes, yes, for sure. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh. How many tax liens have you done so far this year?
So far I have 23, I think it is.
Awesome. How many did you do last
Yeah.
year?
0.
Okay, awesome.
Zero.
Yay. Was there
But I
any?
definitely wish it was tax day today.
Do you?
I
Oh, yeah,
do. I'm
today is
like,
April 15th.
I know. I'm excited that I get another month to try to close some people out, but
Right.
at the same time, I'm like,
You're
God,
tired.
I just wish I could focus on the bookkeeping, guys, and that's it.
Exactly. Hey, guys.
I feel
Right.
like you do, Jonetta. I'm ready for it
Yeah.
to be over.
I'm like, I had like 2 ladies click my self onboarding link yesterday, and I was like, where did you come from?
It's bittersweet.
It is. It was simple, but I'm just like, God, I'm tired of y'all. I want my evenings back.
Mhm.
Right.
Because I want to start studying for the EA exam. So I'm like, come on, I need to cut this off so I can start over there and
Yeah.
kind of redirect that time.
Right. Awesome, guys. Well, I think we have who we're going to have tonight. It's a nice little small room. So one of the things you guys see my hat, and I'm feeling like a cowgirl today.
I like
that. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is confidence, right? So I've been noticing, with the program, you guys, there are a lot of different strategies that I teach you guys on how to just grow your business, right? With just pricing your services appropriately, doing your outreach, right, to new clients, doing your outreach to existing clients, doing video. And what I found is that, if you don't have like the confidence and like the mindset to believe in yourself, you're not going to actually take all the actions that you could take that's going to allow you to move faster, right? So just imagine if you actually did your video every single week, if you actually consistently reached out to new clients every single day, if you actually just started pricing, right? Just being more confident around your pricing, just what a complete 180 your business would be at right now. So I want to kind of go through some very specific strategies that you guys can deploy to help you, because as we know, hopefully, like you guys are saying, tax season will be ending very soon. And that's going to transition you guys into the next phase of your year. Right. After tax season, a lot of people do start to, focus more on getting bookkeeping clients, CFO clients, tax planning, tax resolution. They want to become an EA, right? Or they want to get their CPA. Whatever the case may be, there's going to be a lot of activity even after tax season that you want to prepare yourself for. And then really a lot of people, it has to be said, guys, a lot of people, they don't sustain their income after tax season. Right. So I used to be like that. Right after tax season, I'll make 5-6 figures. And after that, that was it. Right. I really didn't have a lot of bookkeeping clients. I really didn't have, especially when I started, I had no bookkeeping clients. And I remember the first year, it was very hard after tax season, like making that money, but then also having overhead. Right. We all know, like, tax professionals make great money in the first quarter of the year, but we also have expenses that go out that people don't really talk about. Right. We got software that we have to pay for. We have just our living expenses, right? A lot of us are just making those distributions, those withdrawals for ourselves, right? So we can pay our own bills so that we can take care of our families. And a lot of times, if you guys really understood like the dark side of the tax industry, a lot of professionals are really low on funds in the fourth quarter. Right. So it's not uncommon for a lot of pros in the fourth quarter to take out loans or to get an advance from their refund provider, to just be struggling tight with finances. And it doesn't help that the fourth quarter is also the holiday season, right? Like I remember plenty of times where I didn't have enough money to pay for my, a really great Christmas for my kids or buy them all the gifts that I wanted to buy them, just because my tax season money, it didn't last until the fourth quarter of the year. And I've heard testimonial after testimonial that this is the case for a lot of professionals. A lot of professionals don't make it after tax season. Let's be clear. It's high turnover, right? Taxes is great money, but a lot of professionals, they get a job after tax season. A lot of professionals have to start into real estate, or they start into some other outside industry that's not taxes and bookkeeping, because they don't know how to get, a monthly CFO client at $2,500 a month. They don't know how to get a tax resolution client at $2,000 a month, or at $2,000 or $2,500 for that engagement. So what I want to step into is like, okay, you guys know the strategies. Now it's like, okay, how can we build up the confidence? How can we build up, the mindset that we need to actually put forth what you're learning, put forth all the strategies that you are taking in? Because I don't want that to be you guys. I don't want, June, July here and you're running short on funds, or I don't want you to even have to just rely on your tax season money. Right? Like that money could be put towards an investment. It could be put towards a down payment on a home. It could be put towards a vacation. But the key here is I don't want you guys to have to rely on this money to just be your only source to sustain you, right? Your only one lump sum to sustain you. I want you to get bookkeeping clients. One of my clients, she told me just recently, she said, Chris, I've been doing taxes for over 10 years. And after I started working with you, that was the first year I had money come in after tax season. She was like, that was the first time. She showed me her profit and loss statement for each month of 2020. She said, I never had made $10,000 in a July or in a August or in a September. She did that a lot of these people were doing this last year for the first time during the pandemic, right? So, but the key here is she got bookkeeping clients. And I keep telling people to build monthly recurring income. You want bookkeeping clients. Then people are like, Chris, I don't know how to do bookkeeping, or I don't want to deal with bookkeeping clients. Well, outsource it. The key that I'm trying to get you guys to build is just positive income coming in every single month, a sustainable income every single month, to where you don't have to worry about, just hustling all year long. You can build up a solid 5, 10, 15 clients, start outsourcing that work, oversee the process. You actually can start building a sustainable business that is not solely relied upon tax season, right? That's the worst way, is to just solely rely on tax season. So what I find a lot of people do, they'll go into real estate, right? They'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to study for my real estate license and I'm going to become a real estate agent. Well, no, I know, because I did the same thing, right? And there's plenty of clients in this group that's going to tell you that there's a lot of licensed real estate agents in our group, okay? You want to know why? Because real estate seems like it's a quick, income. Right? Real estate seems fancy. It seems, like they do a very great job painting the picture of the lifestyle on $1 million listing, right? I used to want to be one of those guys, right? On the $1 million listing, some of those $1 million properties. But what they don't tell you in real estate, just like any business, is that it's heavily relied upon sales. You have to talk to people. You have to door knock. You have to cold call. And so a lot of professionals are jumping ship, going from one industry to the next industry because they think that it's going to solve their cash flow problem, when all along you could have just built up a bookkeeping business. You could have just got CFO clients. You could have just got and specialized in tax resolution, right? And so I don't want you guys to get confused or, follow the bright, shiny, what they call it, the bright, shiny object syndrome, right? And have FOMO, fear of missing out, where you start jumping into all of these industries thinking that it's going to bring in the sustainable income that you truly crave, when bookkeeping could have done it all along, right? CFO services could have done that all along. So first things first is we just got to tackle the confidence piece, right? So one of the first things that I want to talk about is video. Who here, type of 1 in the chat, who here has done at least 5 videos? 5 videos. I'm pretty confident that a lot of you that are in the room right now, you've been with me for more than a few months. You should have been and gotten out 5 videos so far. Okay, so we got a few people, 5 videos. Okay. I see a few smiles too. Janetta with the no. I like that, Janetta. I didn't know you could do that. So, okay, so here's the reason why video is important, is because we are building a online business in essence. We are virtual. Can we agree? Like we are all right now on Zoom. You guys are not here in my living room, my dining room with me. And so the reason why this is important is because the marketing strategies that we do heavily relies upon you reaching out to people and communicating value. And if those same people, when they go check out your page, because you know that's what they're going to do, if they don't see your face, if they don't hear who you are, if they can't really understand that you are a real person, your conversion rates are actually going to go down. Right, your conversion rates are actually going to go down. So I always like to give a few examples of this, because one of the biggest confidence pieces that people run into is one, how they look. They're like, Krista, I don't look a certain way, or I feel like I'm not dressed up, or I don't have my hair done, or what have you. Well, set aside some time and do your hair. Look however you want to look, right? Like, but it's no different from you going to, let's just say, your kid's recital or to a birthday party with your spouse or with your girlfriends or your guy friends. However you would dress up or look when you are going out into the public to meet maybe your family, your friends, that's how you just need to show up on your video. You don't have to be special. You don't have to get all glammed up. You can just look presentable, have a decent background, and shoot from your phone or your computer. And so that's the first piece. The second piece is the speech. Like, we do have several students that have accents, right? Beautiful accents, right? People from, Russia, from Turks and Caicos, from Canada, like all over the place. And one of the common things that they say is, Krista, are people going to be able to understand me? Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And in fact, we all bring our own special sauce to the table. We all bring our own specialness. Like, you are special. You guys are special. Nobody can replace you. Nobody can be you, right? The way you communicate, the way you are, the way you look, the way you engage, how your personality is, that is special and unique to you. So when you show up as yourself and when you communicate, you are going to naturally attract the people that are attracted to you. You're naturally going to attract the people that are going to see the value that you bring into the table. The third thing that people say on this is, well, Crystal, I don't know what to say on my videos. And so I was like, that's not an excuse, because I have a whole 2-3 modules on, here's how you create your content. Here's the type of content that you want to talk about, right? And so if you guys do that and you follow this process, you will see that having video and doing video is actually going to make you and put you in a position of success faster, right? And so I'm gonna show you a few people that I'm probably already showed you before, but because they represent a lot of what we're touching on today, it's going to just help you put a face to what this actually looks like. So when Julia started working with me, Russian accent, introvert, she had 0 tax clients before she started working with me. She's now at $15,000 months. Right? She got her first client 2 weeks after doing the strategies, right? She was posting like I told her to post on her page. She finally posted a selfie, right, on her page. Now, she finally did her first video. She did not want to do this video. I literally nagged Julia for 3 months. I kept nagging her every time she would get on the coaching call. I'd be like, hey, did you do a video yet? And it was her and several other people, right? It wasn't just her that I was on. And she would say, no, I didn't do a video. No, I don't, my accents, and I don't know what to say. I kept pushing her. I was like, just do a quick video, right? Introduce yourself. But this one video laid the foundation of what she's been able to build today, just really, like I said, $15,000 months going from 0. She started when she was just working her 9 to 5. She had no clients, and she couldn't even take advantage of a lot of the other strategies that I teach as far as your sphere of influence, because she had no family here, right? Just her and her husband. And it's not like she could go to her friend, like her first couple of clients were her cousins or her aunts and uncles. No, she literally had to start with people that she did not know, using Facebook, using the strategies that I taught her. And so here's the very first video that she did.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia Ibrahim. I'm a certified public accountant, certified internal auditor, and a QuickBooks Pro Advisor. I help e-commerce businesses improve cash flow, address concerns about the sales tax and income tax compliance, and maximize tax savings. I utilize bookkeeping and tax reduction and planning strategies tailored specifically to e-commerce industry.
So right after that video, you see people just started reaching out to her. Hello, Julia, nice to meet you. I'm an Amazon seller, right? Because she was actively friend requesting people, like I told her, like I tell you guys, actively friend request people, right? So now she got into a point where September, October, November, December, January, 4 months later, she's now being interviewed.
Thank you for having me. Hello, my name is Julia Ibrahim. I'm a CPA, a CIA, and I run an accounting firm that specializes in e-commerce. We help e-commerce businesses to start on the right foot, get their...
You got to throw it in there, right? So from your experience, when people are starting in e-commerce, especially in the first, let's say when they are initially starting out in the first, year or two, what do you see as common mistakes and what do you...
So how powerful is that to go from zero video, being totally insecure about video, to now you're being interviewed by some of the top e-commerce influencers in the industry, and they're now publicly interviewing you on their platform of tens of thousands of your ideal clients, putting you into this almost celebrity spotlight. So she went from, this was a brand new Facebook page, guys, a brand new spanking Facebook page. She was in essence a nobody online, right? Which how we talk about online and offline. She didn't have a presence online until July. And then 6 months later, she's now being interviewed. She had several clients by this time, monthly clients paying her thousands of dollars per month. She had gotten several cleanup jobs, several back tax jobs, because she actually just started doing the work, right? And it was a combination of her just having a strong desire, right? But it was also a combination of me just helping her with the confidence piece, right? Like, you can do this. Like, it's gonna actually help you get more clients. It's gonna put you into this limelight. So it was a continuous, repetitive, like just training of the confidence piece, right? The confidence piece wasn't there, but that doesn't mean that she couldn't got there, right? And she did. Now she willingly does videos, and she still is being interviewed on different podcasts, right? And not, look, she just did another video August 19th, or this is 2020. But you can't say that she hasn't been showing up, right? She hasn't been showing up. Now, is she doing it every week? No. But the times that she does do it, it's very impactful. It's very impactful because she's already been laying the other stuff in the background, friend requesting her ideal clients, sliding in their DMs, inboxing them. Now, you see from that video last year, or 2019, to this video now, you see how much relaxed she is? We don't even have to play this, but just looking at her demeanor, looking at how she's presenting herself, you could tell that her confidence went from literally, low to high just in a matter of several months. Now she's relaxed. Now she's more poised. Now she's more commanding of the camera, right? And so this is just one example of when you believe in yourself that you are enough, right? You guys, you know enough, you have enough information, you're niched down, and all you need to do is start to show up and give value. Tell people how you can help them. Just simply introducing yourself could open up a multiple of opportunities and clients to you, because people need to see you. People need to hear you. Again, we are technically building an online business. You guys have an online business, right? And a lot of you, this year was your first year, and you probably haven't even seen half of your clients in person. The clients that you've gotten so far, you might have only seen about 10% of them in person. Am I right? Even if it wasn't COVID, this is where the industry was trending anyway. The industry was already trending towards virtual. It was already trending towards online. And so when you have the confidence to put yourself out there and just genuinely help people and provide that value, you will get that in return. People will pay attention to you. People will want to work with you because you are putting yourself in an expert position, right? So the other thing is just the consistency pieces. So if I go to my Cherie, who has been working with me for 2 years now, she first started, her video was sideways, right? She first started her video was sideways. And last year, when she started having 5-figure months, right? She went from not being able to conceptualize what $4,000 in a month really feel like making $4,000 in 1 month was like mind blowing to her. Now she's already had $30,000 months, right? She's having $12,000 days. right? In some instances. And so it all started with her positioning herself as an expert, where now people from all over the country just reach out to her. One, she's niched down to trucking, right? So when truck drivers see her, when they hear her, they have this positioning in their mind that she is one of the best in the industry, right? And so she is literally closing clients very consistently with the videos that she's doing, but it just took the sheer desire of her to do it. Was she confident when she first did it? No, nobody was. Nobody was totally confident with their first video, their very first video. Right. But what consistency does, consistency allows you to become more confident. When you do something over and over again, right? Can we all attest that whatever you have done that you are now an expert at, you probably sucked at when you first did it, right? We can go back to golf. We can talk about tennis. We could talk about you playing an instrument. We could talk about you being a tax professional. Okay. Your first tax return, you probably were sweating bullets. Your first paid tax return from someone you did not know, you probably were sweating bullets. You probably were freaking out that you were going to mess up. Your first complicated tax return, you probably were freaking out. So it's like everyone starts small. Everything that was once big was once small. Everybody that is successful now was once not successful. But if you go back, everybody has clues that you can really, if you start going back and you digging into the history that they allow you to see online, you can see where they started from. You can see the growth that they've been experiencing over the past year, 2 years. So if we go to my Cherie, bam, we can go to one of her most recent, what do trucking companies have to do to build $1 million business?
Here. If you do not know me, I am the Truckers Accountant. I help businesses to scale to 7 figures with my GPS method and my 7-figure financial roadmap so that you guys are able to put your businesses on autopilot. So I did an interview today with Millennial Trucking for millennials. And one of the questions that came up is, how do you scale your trucking business to 7 figures? So I'm gonna give you guys a brief overview of what you need to scale your.
Okay, so first things first, I just read Jessica's comment. Hey, Jessica, she says, knowledge is power. I'm not confident enough about my knowledge in the field. Hey, Jessica, that's a beautiful objection, right? That you have, that a lot of people have, is like, I'm not totally confident. And you don't have to, I'm totally knowledgeable. And you don't have to know everything of tax law or bookkeeping. What you want to do is you want to pick one topic that you can speak on, even if you just researched it prior to. So let's just say we wanted to talk about PPP qualifications, right? So I can type in PPP. I can go directly to the SBA website, and I can read the qualifications for the second draw PPP loans. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to reiterate the requirements and who may qualify and how and when to apply. So I literally can go on after 10 minutes of reading this, taking my own notes, and then go on a video to say, hey, here's what you need to know about qualifying for the second draw PPP loan. And I can talk about who is eligible, right? What are the elements of being an eligible borrower for second draw PPP, right? And then explaining into detail each one of these facets. You would have previously received the first draw PPP loan, right? And now I can, emphasize on that point. Second point, you have no more than 300 employees. Again, I can emphasize on that point and even give an example, right? The third point, you can demonstrate at least 25% reduction in gross receipts, comparable quarters in 2019 and 2020. Again, I can emphasize on this point and give them clear examples, and then I can let them know how to apply. And if they need help, they can click the link below if they would like to work with me or someone from my team. Just doing that and putting content out there like that, I guarantee you guys, if you did it consistently, you will literally get people to start working with you. People would be like, hey, I saw that you did a video about PPP and I actually want to apply, right? Or you can do a video on why haven't you applied for PPP? There are a lot of businesses that haven't even applied for a PPP or an EIDL because they just simply don't feel like they need it. Or they simply feel like they wouldn't qualify, or they simply are the type of people that are like, I don't like, taking money from the government. I don't like taking money at all. So you can actually address those points. And here's, you know, you might be the type of person who feel like you might not be eligible. Well, here are the eligibility requirements. Or you might be the type of person who you don't feel comfortable taking money. And so here is what you need to know about taking money. Here's what could be forgiven for you. Here's what you actually need to pay back if you didn't utilize it for qualified expenses, right? You can just come on and educate people. So the key here is you don't have to know everything at once. This actually puts you in a position to be more knowledgeable. You're actually going to be a more knowledgeable tax and accounting professional, educating other people. Okay, so that's all you got to do. Find a subject that your clients are asking about, your niche is asking about. I actually go through this in the program, how to create this content. You're going to learn it, right? Digest it for 30 minutes, take notes, and then you're going to shoot a video on it. And you're just talking about one aspect of something, right? You could do the same thing with unemployment. You know, you can go and talk about if you receive unemployment, here's what you need to know. Here is how much is excludable from your income, right? And here's how you actually want to claim that on your tax return. And if you receive unemployment benefits, which over 22 million people did last year, and you need help filing your taxes, click the link below to get started with my firm. You're going to constantly have your call to action. So what questions do you guys have about this confidence piece? Because once you know what to do, it's just really about, do you have the will to do it, right? Because it's like you have the strategy. Now the only thing that's holding you back is your belief in yourself, right? Do you believe that you're going to be successful, or are you going to let fear or the fear of judgment hold you back? So what other questions do you guys have? And Jessica, that was a great point that you brought up. Okay. All right.
I have a question.
Oh.
So, all right, he's saying, you know, pick a niche. So you're picking a niche and it's a business owner. So I guess I'm like confused on, okay, when you're supposed to be talking, you can talk about thinking you can only talk about business related matters for that business owner, not necessarily things that apply to individuals. So does that matter at all?
No, it doesn't matter, because you can, they still have individual situations too. So you can still talk about, you know, any individual situation that you want, because you still have a certain segment of your following that aren't your niche and that aren't business owners. So feel free to have a wide array of topics, but the main topics that you want to communicate will be towards your niche. You do want to talk, so like, for instance, what's your niche again?
Consultants.
Right.
And coaches.
So, beautiful. So every topic that I probably would do would be more so geared around coaches and consultants. It would be, here's what you need to know if, you know, you are processing, or here's what you need to know about Sales Tax Nexus if you create courses, right? Like I would consistently create content around their pains, their problems.
Okay.
Yep. But one of your coaches or consultants might have a job too. They might be W-2 and they might have received unemployment. So you can incorporate, like I said, those individual aspects because it might apply to them as well.
Okay.
One other thing too, your clients, a lot of people like to know information because they like to pass that information on to other people. So I know a lot of people that would listen to something about unemployment, just them knowing the knowledge, they just want to pass it on to their friends, or they want to pass it on to the people that they care about to say, hey, you know, unemployment, you know, you can exclude 10,200 from your AGI. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel too constricted is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Jennifer?
I guess my problem is just having the confidence to really go out there and do it. Like I'm afraid that I'm going to say the wrong thing, and then it's out there now.
Yeah, so no worries. Yeah, so you're just going to research beforehand. So how would you feel if you actually went to the source like SBA and you pulled the exact knowledge from the source, from a reputable source, and then you recommunicated those points in your own words. How would you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I would feel more confident. I would feel confident that I know what I'm saying.
Right. Exactly. And so you're just going to consistently do that. So whenever you do pull from, whenever you are researching a topic, you want to make sure that it's from a reputable source. And a reputable for me is, the actual IRS, right? And then even if you do the IRS, you got to make sure that you're referencing updated tax law, right? You got to make sure that you look at when's the last time that information was updated. And if there's other sources, like there are a lot of law publications that are reputable that also references the tax code that you can go towards. And then you just want to compile that information to your own way, right? We're not plagiarizing anything. We're just taking the information and then we're communicating it and conveying it in our own special way, how we communicate.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so that's the first confidence piece, is just the video. The video is, Krista, I'm afraid how I'll look. Just look presentable, have a clear background, okay? The second confidence piece was, what about how I speak, right? Well, with consistency, you actually get better. When I first started doing video years ago, I said a lot. I said like a lot. So much so that I would listen to all my videos and I would actually critique them. And I remember my daughter, she still teases me to this day. She's like, why are you watching your own videos? I'm like, I'm critiquing how I'm speaking so I know where I need to get better at. So I know where I need to actually start articulating more at. So that's just an ongoing process. That it doesn't happen overnight. Like, you guys are just naturally going to be more nervous, more reserved the first time you do a video. But as you do more and more videos, as you become more and more confident about the information you're talking about, you're going to naturally see that confidence and the way you speak come across a lot clearer. But it's not going to happen if you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do it in order to get better. And then the third piece, so what was the third piece? So how I look, information, and then your speech. Okay. So yeah, and then information, just review the information that you want to talk about literally right before the video, right? So it's fresh on your mind, and take your notes. So any video that I do, you're going to see that I typically have notes already prepared. I typically already have talking points. Now, I don't have detailed notes, but it's talking points. So I know what I need to talk about on the next point that keeps my videos coherent, right? One of the things I hate when I watch a video from another like influencer or coach or something like that, and they're all over the place. And I'm like, just prepare your video before you actually do it. Just have talking points, right? So you have a clear line of sight on the beginning and the end, and especially your offer. Now, as I was giving you guys examples of your videos, each video that I ended, I had a very specific offer. I said, click the link below, right? You want to make sure that you have those offers at the end of your video to click the link below. Now, one of the last things that I didn't share was my Cherie. She does videos so consistently that now, she is easy for her to lock in higher value clients because she's built up credibility. So her assistant, Morgan, had actually closed a CFO client at $2,500 a month. She texted to me yesterday. And the client found her from her video, right? And her assistant took the call. The client just had some additional questions and paid right there on the call for his first month of CFO services. So how powerful is that, where your videos have built up so much credibility and goodwill that when somebody calls you, they're already predisposed of who you are, how you can help, and they're already ready to pay you. Like, how powerful is that? Who wouldn't want that? Who here does not want just people calling you up saying, I saw a video and I'm ready to pay you $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month? Who does not want that? Tell me. Oh, Priscilla said she did her first reel and got 2 clients. Priscilla, what's your IG? I want to pull you up.
Hi, Krista.
Hey.
So my IG is divine_tax services.
Priscilla. Oh, let's see what did you do? Was it this one?
Yeah.
Yes, let's listen to it.
3 apps that you can use if you are a new business owner and cannot afford your bookkeeper yet. So the first one is going to be QuickBooks. Second one is Wave. Third one is going to be Xero. Using these apps will help you stay organized with your business transactions, business expenses, and sales. Click the link on my bio if you need help setting up any of these apps.
She said it.
3 apps.
She had clicked the link in my bio. Yes. I'm so proud of you.
It's that call to action really helps.
You have to tell people what to do.
Yep,
Or they
exactly.
won't do it.
They're not gonna do it. Mm-mm. You can give them all the information you want, like as far as taxes, but they're not gonna do it.
They're not.
They don't know what to do. Most
Yes. Yes. That's amazing, Priscilla. Great job. And keep it up, right? Keep up the momentum and, you see something working, just double down on it. Say, okay, how can I do 3 of these a week? And then 1 of them a day. You know what I'm saying? So you can start to continue to build up that traction.
Yeah, I did practice a lot on my video. I didn't post anything. I would just practice. And then I kind of gave in. I was like, it's only 30 seconds. Some are even 15 seconds. So it's 30 seconds of your face, you speaking. Super easy.
Yeah, and you had 1,352 potential business owners play this. That's amazing. And it's only going to continue to get traction.
Yeah.
Right? And make sure that you, everyone that liked this and everyone that commented, personally thank them. Just slide in their DM and be like, hey, thanks so much for supporting my last reel. And watch the conversations just start to open up, because this is 57 potential tax and bookkeeping clients right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, great work. Oh no, it works. Like when you just slide in people DMs and be like, hey, thanks so much for supporting my reel. How's your business going? Or how's life going? Just open up the conversation.
Okay.
Yes, congratulations. Nora says, do you record it on Instagram directly? Yes, Nora. So when you have the app up, you can pause it though. Like your reel, when you do a reel, it's not live, it's just recording. And then you make it live by posting it. So if you mess up, you can always delete it.
Great, I'll try that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I have two other things on confidence. The second thing is your outreach, okay? Some of you are not doing your outreach, which is just finding your ideal clients and reaching out to them and letting them know how you help. And we use voice notes for this. Voice notes is such a personalized way to build a connection with someone. And it's a very intentional way to build a connection with someone, right? And so what I see is a lot of people don't do their voice notes because they don't feel confident again or I think the biggest thing that I hear is a fear of rejection, right? They're not confident that they'll be able to communicate in a way where they'll just get a yes every time. And that's just not realistic. Nobody gets a yes back to back or every single time. Everyone has to deal with rejection. Everyone has to deal with insecurities, but it's how you leverage that and how you persevere through that that's actually going to bring forth the success that you truly desire. So when you are looking at reaching out to someone, we do it in a way that feels good, right? You just want to genuinely build up a connection with them. You want to find something that you can relate to them on and include that in your message. Now, I'll tell you, and I always, before on training on outreach, it wasn't always this way. Like we had a very hard close when I first started, because that's the type of world that I came from. I came from sales. I came from door knocking. I came from cold calling. So my approach was very hardcore. Okay. Now I've actually modified it and reiterated and refined on it to where now I know it's important to build a connection first, right? To actually look at somebody and look at them strategically in their profile to say, how can I relate to this person? How can I actually let them know that we are just alike, that we have something in common, right? So you can look at, are they married and are you married, right? Do they have children? Do you have children? Do they live somewhere that you visited or that you live? You can find some of the most common things to relate to someone on. that actually builds that connection up. And you just want to genuinely reach out with your outreach message to let them know how you help after you've built up that connection, right? So if I go to my friends list and I want to choose someone on here, right? So let's just say I wanted to reach out to Rachel. Rachel is our VP of operations here. I can look to see her family. Is there anything that I can relate to her on the family? Well, one, it looks like someone just gotten married. She just posted this January. Oh, well, this is actually January 15, 2014. So that's several years ago. I can look to see what does she say about herself, right? Right? She's a book ruminator, Nutella maniac, coffee monster, music junkie, Latin hyena, and a Jesus freak. Okay. So I can pick one of these things to relate to her on, or several of them, right? She lives in Orlando. I love Orlando. I could pick that, right? But I'm looking to see strategically, how can I relate to her? Or what can I congratulate her on? How can I make her feel good about herself by bringing, kudos to it, right? Acknowledging it. At the end of the day, people love to be acknowledged. They want to be seen. They want to be appreciated. So how can you bring that in your message when you are sending this outreach message to your person before you even pitch them on how you actually can sell them something or how you can actually help? So again, if I go to my messages and I go to, let's just say, Keisha was one of the last people who I was outreaching on this level. Let's see if I can find her message. Actually, let's do Star because I think hers would come up faster. Okay. So boom, I did the same thing with Star. I didn't know this lady, right? I saw that she was in my niche. I looked at her page and I saw that she had children. And so I sent her my message.
Hey Star, it's Krista. Just wanted to quick in and say, hey, slide in your DM. I see that you are a mom of 3 beautiful children. Your kiddos are absolutely gorgeous.
So immediately I'm complimenting her on her kids, right? Immediately in the first 10 seconds. I see you are a mom of 3 beautiful children. They are absolutely gorgeous.
I have 2 kids myself. My daughter is 12 going on 20 and my son is 8 years old.
And now I'm relating to her, right? Because this is what I keep telling y'all. This is like a sales ninja tactic, right? A sales psychology tactic where in the first 10 to 15 seconds of her hearing this message, I've made her feel good. I probably put a smile on her face, right? She feels great about her children. She's a proud mom. Now she feels like we are alike. We're similar because now I'm relating the fact that she's a mom to the fact that I'm a mom. And now I'm saying something cute and funny, right? So hopefully, again, I put another smile on her face. She's going through so many thoughts and emotions within the first 10 to 15 seconds of this message that you guys don't realize that I actually solidified a relationship like that with her. Right? Without ever have meeting this lady in person or even meeting her online, this is strictly a cold message to someone I do not know. Okay.
So how are you hanging out there with those kiddos during quarantine and parenting and teaching from home? Right? It's been kind of hectic.
I messed up. Okay. I messed up right there. I was stuttering. I was humming and hawing. I was just freestyling on this message. Okay. I just wanted to build up a little bit more rapport with her before I actually went in and talked about how I can help her. Right. But even still, I didn't delete the message, even though I messed up right there. I could have deleted it and started over, but I'm like, no, just send it because people want to know that you're human, right? They want to know that you are just like them. It's okay to mess up. It's okay for your messaging to not be perfect, for everything to just flow, right? You will mess up. There will be some ums. You will probably mispronounce their name, but make it lighthearted. Be yourself.
Anyway, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name is Krista. I saw that you are actually a tax professional, and I actually help tax professionals.
And then I went into my I help message. So she was one that immediately responded within a few hours and sent me her number. So again, I can do this all day long, guys. Excuse me. I can find somebody who I just friend requested online, find a connection with them, right? Compliment them, make them feel good about themselves, relate to them, right? And then let them know how I can help. And I literally can close clients left and right just doing this strategy. But what I see a lot of you guys are doing, you're just letting the confidence piece, you're letting the fact that, you know, your fear of judgment and your fear of failure, your fear of the no, you're letting that hold you back from massive success, right? Just you making these genuine connections and letting people know how you help them. This just one thing right here could open up so many opportunities for you. This one strategy can bring in 6 figures in revenue. It can help you close thousands of dollars in new clients every single month. If you want more CFO clients, you could do it with outreach. If you want more bookkeeping clients, you could do it with outreach, right? If you want more tax resolution, tax planning, you can do it with this voice note strategy. You just have to build up the confidence, have to build up that muscle that you're doing this to change your life. You're doing this because you want to bring in more revenue. You want to take that vacation with your kids or your spouse, right? You want to buy that house. So you do want to tap into your why, right? So type in the chat, why do you guys do what you're doing? Like, what's the point of all of this? Right? What's the point of putting yourself in uncomfortable positions with a video? What's the point of reaching out to people to try to get them as a client? Like, really, why are you even here on this Zoom? Right? What is the point of you being here? Michelle Roberts says financial freedom. Yes. So Michelle, this is financial freedom. The 2 things that I just went over with you is financial freedom. I never have to worry about if I'm on my last dollar, if I had to literally start over from scratch. I know that if I just did these 2 things that I just went over with you guys today, I could be right back to success 1 year from now. I'll be right back to $1 million 1 year from now, because I understand the value of providing value. I understand the value of solving people's pains and problems and letting them know, right? Because it's like, you can solve people's pains and problems, but if no one knows how smart and great and amazing you are, it doesn't even matter from there. I know the importance of showing my face, of building a connection with people from the internet who don't know me, so that I can deepen that relationship, so that I can build up that know, like, and trust, right? So even starting from scratch, and there are a lot of people that start from scratch with these strategies that didn't have the confidence, but their why was bigger than their lack of confidence. And that's what you guys have to tap into. You got to tap into a bigger why that pushes down that fear of showing up on video, that pushes down that fear of reaching out to someone that you don't know. So Juan says, I have a family to take care of. Yes. Yes, I have a family to take care of. Jennifer says, to work from home and be with my kids. Yes. Shane says, building a legacy. Angie says, my point is to build a legacy and financial freedom. Jane says, finance, family, freedom. Salam says, quit my 9 to 5. So it's like, listen, all of this is obtainable to you guys if you know those pillars, if you know how to niche down and be a person that can command attention. The only way that you're actually going to be able to command attention is if you claim stake in something. You have to, well, earlier today, I think is Mignon here today? So Mignon had asked a really great question today. She said, Krista, I'm afraid to niche down because I'm afraid I'm going to deter everyone else, right? I'm afraid that I'm going to not get as many clients as I could get, right? And she was like, I'm already getting, about 5 or so clients from Instagram every single month or every single week. And I said, okay, well, how much are you charging for your clients on Instagram? She said $300. I said, okay, well, if we go to My Cherie, and if I have a truck driver that makes $1 million that's looking for an accountant, is he going to go with the trucker's accountant, or is he going to go with just Krista Tai? It's not saying that your name has to be your niche, but is he going to go with the person that says, I help trucking companies to scale to 7 figures? Or is he just going to go with the person that just says, I do individual taxes and bookkeeping? Right? Seriously, if you are online and all he is judging is your presence, which is really 99% of what you have right now is your online presence, which one is he going to go with? The person that shows up consistently and talks about how trucking companies can scale to 7 figures and beyond, or the tax and accounting professional that is generic, that is just talking about regular taxes, regular bookkeeping, right? And so what I was trying to get her to see was, yes, you're going to get some clients to come in for taxes or bookkeeping. But the difference is she's charging the type of clients that are coming her way right now because she hasn't claimed stake in a niche. She's only able to charge like $300, right? They're regular individual people. Whereas once my Cherie niched down, my Cherie now charges $1,500 for a corporate tax return, minimum. She don't care if you just started your business. It's $1,500 now for her, right? And so that's the difference. It's like you have to 3, 6, 9, 12, 5, you have to service 5 clients to her 1. And so when you look at it that way, she's getting the same amount of clients that you're getting every single week from Instagram, but she's making 5 to 10 to 15 times the amount of money because she is niched down. She is an expert. Therefore, she's able to charge a lot more money. So just stepping into your true niche, stepping into your true power is actually going to allow you to charge more money because now people can't dispute your credibility. They can't dispute your expertise. They see your expertise, right? It's clear to them. The value is clearer to them because they can see that you are an expert. You wasn't afraid to niche down. There's a reason why a neurosurgeon, right, who works on the brain gets paid 10 times more than a general doctor. There's a reason why a cardiovascular surgeon who only specializes on one particular vein of your heart, right, gets paid 1,000 times more than just a regular heart surgeon. It's like the more niche you can go, right, the more subspecialties you can really dig into, the more subspecialties you can actually claim stake in, the more money you're actually going to be able to charge, right? You guys hear about those doctors who have very specific sub niches, right? They are very knowledgeable about a particular part of the body, just one part of the body, right? They're super knowledgeable, and where people from all over the world fly to this particular doctor because they know that they are the absolute best at this one very thing. Now, this doctor can charge hundreds of thousands of dollars for its expertise and for its time because they decided to master their craft. And that's what you guys want to look at. Like you want to start mastering your craft because that's also going to breed more confidence. When you master your craft, it's actually going to breed more confidence. You're going to be more confident pricing. You're going to be confident pricing so well that your assistant is so confident that they're going to be able to close $2,500 monthly CFO clients on your behalf because you are so positioned in your expertise that now anyone on your team can close a client because you've already built up the heavy work, the heavy lifting. You guys see that? Angie says, yes, the anesthesiologist fee is almost the same as the treatment. Exactly. And all they're doing is putting you to sleep, right? But it's important that one particular thing that they specialize in, it can literally make or break the operation. If you wake up in the middle of your operation, well, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? So yes, like when you specialize, you are able to actually charge more. You're actually able to position your pricing as such, right? And then also too, here's also what I told Mignon earlier. I said, people who are the best like working with people who are the best. You guys agree with that? People who are the best in their industries, the best at what they do, they like working with other people who are the best. And the only way that you're going to become one of the best is if you niche all the way down, if you claim stake. And so what I told her today, I said, you want to call yourself the queen of this niche or the king of this niche. Like, don't be afraid to claim it, claim stake, right? And then become that. So the last part of the confidence was the pricing, right? The last part of the confidence was the pricing. So I think when you guys do the following, that I just mentioned earlier, when you're showing up every week and you're giving value, in order to give value, you have to know what you're talking about, right? Even if you just learned it moments prior, you still have to know what you're talking about in order to give value. That's going to breed more confidence. Am I right? The more you show up, the more you actually have to know in order to show up. So you're naturally going to be breeding more confidence just you showing up on video once a week. You're naturally just going to start breeding more confidence. Okay. The second piece is your outreach. When you start communicating with clients, when you actually start having strategy sessions on the phone with people, my first 100 calls were heartbreaking, right? Especially the first 30. But guess what happened? I showed my team a few days ago. I said, over the past 2 years, I've had almost 2,000 calls with people from around the world, 2,000. People that I've personally spoken to in my niche, right? You'll be very hard pressed to compete with me in my niche because I've personally spoken to 2,000 people around the world in this niche. I personally know their pains, their problems, their desires, what they are working towards, what they're struggling with. I know the solution. I know how to quantify my value. When you guys have that much commitment and consistency over time, you're going to be dangerous, right? Imagine my Cherie, she is dangerous right now. She's closing in $30,000 months because she's put in the work over the past 2 years, talking to truck drivers from all over the country, learning their pains and problems. She went from going after the newer owner operators to where she don't want to talk to a truck driver unless he's almost making 7 figures. He or she is almost building $1 million business, because now she can choose. Now she can set standards, right? Now she can say, hey, we don't really go for $500 per month bookkeeping clients anymore. Now we're closing $2,500 per month CFO, right? We want to work with the companies that want to grow to multiple 7 figures. Right. And so that transition happened over time. She didn't start there. No, day one, she was just happy to charge $500 for an owner operator. But as she became the best, as she actually started talking to more and more truck drivers in her niche, she started helping them with their pains, their problems. She started doing their books. She started learning the KPIs of the industry, right? She started learning the best softwares and the strategies, the tax strategies to use for them. Her confidence has skyrocketed. And it's not because poof, she was confident. It was because she kept working with this niche. She kept understanding their pains and problems, right? And I can go on about many, many different other people in this program about just where they started. Like I said, everything that once big was once small. So don't feel bad if you're starting from day one, guys. Do not feel bad that you are starting from day one. The only difference between you guys and a Julia or you guys and a My Cherie is that they've already been doing this for 2 years, right? Or a year and a half. The only difference is that time has been the factor. But I guarantee you, if you guys start today, if you start with these strategies consistently, you will have consistent $10,000, $15,000 months. And that's what I want for all of you. $10,000 and $15,000 months. That's going to build financial freedom for you. That's going to build a legacy for you, because if you know how to make $10,000 to $15,000 a month, you know how to make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, right? Because however you got that first client, that's how you're going to get the next 10, and then the next 10, and then the next 10, if you want to. Some people are going to be happy at $20,000 or ecstatic at $10,000 a month. And that's good for them. That's great for them. But the key here is you guys get to decide on where you want to stop, right? So tapping into your why. I need you guys to tap into your why. That's going to help you build up your confidence. I need you to be consistent, right? Even when you don't feel like being consistent. There are days I do not feel like, I don't feel like showing up on video, right? There are days I don't feel like coaching, right? There are days I don't feel like doing work, right? I just want to lay on my couch and watch Netflix or watch Disney Channel, right, with my kiddos. But the consistency piece is going to breed more confidence. It's actually going to be more successful for you. You're going to become more successful. All right. So what questions do you guys have? what comments, what aha moments did you experience today? Let me know.
For me, Jennifer, you just gave me like so much today. I have been very overwhelmed this whole week. I just kind of felt like, honestly, what was going through my mind was, why did I start this? Why did I even do it? Like, I already put myself out here. I'm feeling so stressed, overwhelmed about this. Why did I do it? But today's call, honestly, just kind of reminded me of my why. And it's okay. And like hearing your story and hearing like other people's stories, it's very, very motivational and inspiring to not give up. And that it's just a reminder that it's hard, it gets hard, but you can't give up. You can't give up if that's what you want. So thank you so much for that. It's making me feel very motivated. And I feel like I'm gonna go make that video.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing, Jennifer. Thank you so much for sharing. What other aha moments do you guys have? Anybody have any aha moments tonight? Or are you inspired? Is this a little bit more motivating for you?
Most definitely, Krista. I feel like you were speaking to me.
Awesome. Awesome, Angela. Thank you for sharing.
I need to start doing outreach. I don't do them.
Yes, just do, how about, let's just do one tomorrow. Actually, do one tonight. Okay. How about that, Shane? Do one tonight, screenshot it and post it in the group so I can. Can we all do that? Can we all just send one voice note tonight? Just one. Nikki, I see you over there with that face. Nikki was like, not me. Just one voice note by tomorrow morning. Post it in the group so I can celebrate you. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, my voice note is going to be, hey, you had less than 30 days. Get it done. Stop dragging it out.
Yes, you can do that too. You can do that too. Awesome, guys. Okay, beautiful. So let's do that. One voice note and 1 2-minute video by tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Screenshot it and post it in a group so we can celebrate you. So one voice note and 1 2-minute video just introducing yourself, kind of how Julio did with the first video that I showed you, like, hey, I'm Krista. I specialize in this. This is who I help. If you need help, click the link below. That's it. Okay, 120 seconds. I believe in you guys can do 120 seconds of an intro video of who you are, and 1 voice note to someone you do not know, letting them know, building a connection, and then letting them know how you can help. You guys up for it?
Actually, yeah.
I would definitely do that if my Facebook page was set up. That's what I'm working to complete by next week. But I would definitely do that.
Okay.
Actually want to know, how do we create the link so that we can tell them like click on our link below?
Yeah, so that is in module 3 of the video. But yeah, you want to have like a Calendly or like a schedule once, but I do go over like those links
in module 3
program. Yeah, and so if you go to like her Instagram, let's see, can I book it's going to say book a consult, and then it's going to take me to her Acuity scheduling, and then now I can kind of see where her times are. But everyone that is doing the strategy, they all have their own special links that they send people to book.
Okay, I have to do that then.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely need to get my Facebook and Instagram pages set up.
Yeah, and that's okay if you don't. Still just do at least 1 video and 1 outreach, because it'll be great that by the time you do get it set up, you already have content on your page. You know what I'm saying? You already have at least an intro video on there. All right, guys. Awesome call tonight. Let's see.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. So I have my personal Insta and firm Instagram. Which one should I use for the videos? I
So-
still don't have followers and the firm Instagram.
Yeah, one
Which
more
one? I have my, like, which one should I use? Like my personal page for the video or the firm page? Because I have like Noura's Books Instagram, and then I have my personal Instagram, which has a lot of more followers. Like, which one should I use, like, to put the video?
Yeah, so post it on your business Facebook page and then share it to your personal. So that's what, for instance, that's how I teach you guys. So if you go on Julia's personal page, she shared this video from her business page, right? So it's Julia Ibram CPA. And all she did was just share this to her personal page. So that's how you want to do it. Post it to your business page and then share it to your personal page, okay? And then you're just gonna take that same video and just upload it as an IGTV to Instagram.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oscar says, me and my partner are waiting also for our Instagram page to be set up as well. Okay, yeah, no worries. If you're waiting, if you're waiting, still reach out to someone and still post a 2-minute intro video. I'm still going to challenge you guys to do that, even if you're waiting to get your pages optimized. Okay. All right, guys. Well, have a beautiful night and I'll see you guys soon. I believe in you. Bye.